Welcome back, design students. So one of the tools we're going to use in this class is something called Sketchfab, and this is a website that is an online 3D viewer, and you just need to sign up for a free account. It's not that hard, just use a valid email address, and once you are signed in, you can, I just signed in with Google. Once you've signed up, you can create a portfolio of objects that you can then view in 3D. For example, here are all the ones that I've uploaded. And when you select one, you can then view it in 3D, which is really cool. You can also add some very cool light effects as well, like this ship kind of has some glowing elements on it, and you put part of that in with inside the render window here. And of course, here's the crate. So let's upload our models to Sketchfab. So once you have an account, all you need to do is sign into it. And then you need to go back to 3D Max, and we need to hide the lights and hide the plane and select everything else in the scene. And then what we're going to do is export this as an FBX file, which is a universal 3D file format, kind of like JPEG for images. So if you click File, click Export Selected, and then it's going to go to the export folder inside your project folder. Just make sure you know where it's going. And I'm going to go ahead and name it. And I'm going to select FBX down here. I can select other formats, but we want FBX, and it should go to that by default. Then click Save, and then it's going to bring up this FBX exporter dialog. And there are lots of things in here, but we don't really need to worry about any of it. Just make sure that this box here under Embed Media, make sure that's checked. And just click OK. And then we go back to Sketchfab. And once we're in Sketchfab, we need to go to Upload. And you just need to find your FBX file and drag it in here. Or you can browse. I'm going to go ahead and browse to mine. It's right here. Remember I said it went into the export folder. There it is. And click Open. And then click Upload. And then it takes a minute to do its thing. And now that's done. Let's see what that looks like. And there you go. That's what we want. Okay, now I want to show you some of the settings here. You can enter a description in here as well, but I want to show you these 3D settings here. So I'm going to open this up, and here are the settings for the sort of the environment and the render in Sketchfab. So one of the things I want to show you first is the background. You can either select a color, or you can select an image. I usually like to use the image. And you can select different ones. And then you can also turn on the wireframe of the box. That doesn't really show much because it's just a box. And you can check the field of view of your camera. 35 is probably about where we want to be here. Now we can also come in here and change the lighting. There's a tab up here at the top, and we can pick different lighting scenarios. I'm going to maybe pick this one, and then I'm going to knock down the brightness a little bit. And then let's close this one. And I'm going to turn on ground shadows. You can see the ground shadow here. And you can play around with that. And you can also change the lights here as well if you want. Like we can turn this on and turn on different lights and change the colors of them, for example. You can look at the materials here, and under the materials you can change the roughness. The specular of the box should probably be very low, and the roughness should be high because it's made of wood. Now that's just for this material. I have 3 materials on here, so I should probably do the same for each one. And then there's some other things you can do in here as well. Then you can play around with these. You can add a vignette. See? So once you get that set up, go ahead and click Save. And then exit the 3D settings. And then maybe play your model. And then let's go ahead and publish it. And you can go see it. Now this is what it looks like. It starts off blank, but if you frame it like this, see where it says Save View here? If you click that, then it will save a thumbnail of your model, so that when you go back to it, let's go back to my models, you can see the model. This is the one that I did before that was messed up. If you don't save a view like I just did, then it'll be blank like this when it starts out. So how do you put this on ArtStation? Well, it's really simple. You click the model, and you select the link here and you copy it with Control-C. And then you go to ArtStation and you go to your portfolio, Manage My Portfolio. And then I'm just going to put it in here so I can show you. All you do is click Sketchfab and you paste that URL right there and click Save. And then it will appear. That's how you put it in your ArtStation portfolio. And of course you would click Save. And then what you would have in your portfolio is Sketchfab embedded models that you could then view like that. So in your ArtStation portfolio, what I expect you to have for this box project, I expect you to create a new project for the box. And I want you to put the render here that we created. And then I want you to embed your Sketchfab model as well, and any other renders you have of your box. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial series, and I'll see you in the next one.